Starbucks gift card. Stay connected with loved ones, and maybe you will be enjoying coffee on us this week. Check out Cellular One's Facebook and Instagram page for details. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 and over and September 30th. Visit our website for full rules. No purchase.
Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball. Welcome tonight to Show Low High School, Hatch Toyota Arena, for a huge 3A East showdown for the girls and the boys. These are two huge games. And by the way, we're getting this broadcast started just a little bit early. They want to try and get this thing done as fast as possible with all the weather that's moving in to Northeast Arizona. Out on the court, before we get you set up on what's going on, let's check in on the national anthem. There's your national anthem presented by one of the players on that Show Low Varsity Girls roster. That's Tatum Moore, number 12 there, that gave us the national anthem. She did a wonderful job, and we're just about ready to go on this one tonight. It's a little bit of an early start, which means we also are just a couple of moments behind on our broadcast preparations, getting the rosters, getting all that stuff set. We've got most of that, but we may get a little bit of a bumpy start on that here this evening, but we welcome you into this matchup between the number 3 ranked Show Low Lady Cougars and number 10 Blue Ridge. This girls matchup should be a great one. This Show Low team recently coming off of a disappointing loss. They lost their second game of the season, just a couple of games back. The Cougars bounced back with a 41-26 win yesterday over Payson. This after losing to Snowflake on Friday night. The final score in that one was 47-36. Snowflake beat Show Low and knocked Show Low from the #1 ranking in the state. Since the rankings came out earlier this year, Show Low's been the #1 ranked girls team in the state the entire time. And that was even after a loss earlier to Miami. And they were cruising after that Miami loss. Let me see how many they won in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, and then the loss to Snowflake. Now that loss carries an asterisk with it because two of the starters that are on the floor right now, the Wilson sisters, they were not available for that one. Raquel Wilson, the junior, and her sister, Aubrey Wilson, the senior, they were both at an academic competition and missed that Snowflake game last Friday. And that has everything in the world to do with why they lost that game. Just be very frank about it. Snowflake missing, or rather Show Low missing those two superstar players. They weren't the same team, and it just goes to show you a couple of players, whether it's a boys or a girls team, can make a tremendous amount of difference, and it certainly did last Friday night. So Show Low is not going to be able to go into the state tournament, the #1 seeded team, #1 ranked. There's no way that they can overcome the two teams now in front of them, Page and Window Rock. We got to travel on the Show Low Lady Cougars. The ball is going to go over to the Yellow Jackets. For those of you who may be just tuning in, we got a little bit of an early start on this one. Try to miss 7, maybe 8 minutes of the storm if they can possibly do it. And the number 3 ranked Show Low Lady Cougars taking on the number 10 Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. The boys varsity starts after this one. That one has a lot of importance as well. Is there a slight chance, an outside chance, that the Blue Ridge boys are able to get to the playoffs? We don't know, but they've got to get a win. Absolutely have to get a win over Show Low for any chance at the playoffs. Well, there's a nice shot from Aubrey Wilson to open up the scoring in this one. 2-0 Show Low, and a steal by Mackenzie Coolish. Special K coming up with a big defensive play, and she'll get the ball at the top of the key, swing it around, and a three is on the way. That's Amberlyn Lindsay for the shot, unable to make it. And the rebound belongs after that to the Yellow Jackets. So Blue Ridge will bring this one up into front court. The Yellow Jackets well inside the playoff bubble. If they could beat Show Low, how would this scenario play out for the Yellow Jackets if they knock off Show Low tonight in this girls game? As the number 10 team right now, they are set to play on the road in the first round of the playoffs. But if they beat Show Low, that might be enough for them to get into the first round bye situation. So a huge game for both of these teams. We're going to see, of course, who's got it. Who's got what it takes on this one tonight for Show Low. A victory, I think, secures them the number 3 seed for the playoffs, but I don't think a victory can get them into the top 1 or 2 spots. I think that's relinquished at this point. 2-0 Show Low in front. Welcome in those of you listening on radio, listening on Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone and our broadcast of Northland Basketball. Mackenzie Coolish dribbles around, swinging around the left side. Amberlyn Lindsay inside to Grace Moore, and she has her pocket picked. That was good defense and a nice takeaway by Matika James. James has it, left side for a 3 on the way, and it's gonna miss everything. The first shot from outside. Hold on, I've got the. Forgive me, I'm giving you the right. That's not Matika James. No, that was Talia Wool. Talia Wool with that jump shot a moment ago. My apologies. We gave you the wrong roster. Sounded like a Winslow Bulldogs player that I just mentioned. Jump shot is on the way. That one is no good. Tips around, and it's controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Leilani Hamblin has it. Using her speed, pushes up the floor. Cross court left side. That pass to Anaya Paxson. Now back to Hamblin. She is trapped on the baseline, and she has it ripped out of her hands, but in the process, it's a jump ball. Amberlyn Lindsay converged defensively there. Made the play, and the Cougars will get the ball here on the possession arrow. 4:13 on the clock, and the offenses have yet to show up. 2-0, half the quarter gone by. Unable to get anything clean. Show Low will get the ball into Jordan Boyce's hands, and now at the top of the key, Aubrey Wilson stops. Fumbles a bit. Amberlyn Lindsay picks it up. Show Low works with the ball. Back to Wilson for a three-point try. That's no good. She gets the long rebound herself, and the jump shot from the elbow will also tip off no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by Show Low. Blue Ridge is going to get the ball back right here and see if they can get their first points of the contest early on here. Show Low 3, Show Low 2, Blue Ridge nothing. I meant to say Show Low, the number 3 ranked team in the state. And Coach Tenijith, Brandon Tenijith, the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, decides to take his first time out of the game. And we'll see if we can get a timeout going here, as well as a 30-second break. Stand by, everybody. More Northland basketball on the way from Show Low High School right here. And it's presented by the Sports Zone.
What's better than a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte? 16 grandes paid for by Cellular One. Use your Cellular One talk, text, or data to enter our Winter Wednesday drawing. Every Wednesday this September, 23 lucky Cellular One customers will win a $100 Starbucks gift card. Stay connected with loved ones, and maybe you will be enjoying coffee on us this week. Check out Cellular One's Facebook and Instagram page for details. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 and over and September 30th. Visit our website for full rules. No purchase necessary. Ends 9/30/23.
Anaya Paxson lets one go as we get back and restart our coverage of Northland basketball. Here at the Sports Zone, 2-0 Blue Ridge trailing Show Low. The Cougars have it. Drive. Aubrey Wilson fouled on the way in. That's going to be the first foul of the game for Taylor Tenijith. Taylor doing her best to prevent Aubrey Wilson from getting her second basket. So Aubrey will head to the foul line and see if she can add something right there. That's the first team foul on the Yellow Jackets here in the first quarter. And Aubrey Wilson makes it 3-0 with the free throw. She's got another one on the way. 3:10 on the clock in the first quarter. At halftime, it's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. That one is going to roll around and go in for Aubrey Wilson. Shot is good, and the Yellow Jackets throw it away. Couldn't get it across half court. The Cougars defensively stifling them. As you take a look at Coach Christy Francis. And here's a three on the way from Boyce. Jordan Boyce unable to make her first shot of the game, and Taylor Tenijith steps in front of the pass intended for the low blocks, steals that one, and the Yellow Jackets have an opportunity right here. Blue Ridge setting up their offense. The Yellow Jackets come into the game a 13-8 overall record. They'll turn it over, a steal by Mackenzie Kulish, and she'll push it up the floor the right side. Leilani Hamblin meeting her, stand step for step defensively with her. Aubrey Wilson finds herself open, and she knocks down her first three of the game. Aubrey with a great start, has all of the 7 points that the Cougars have started with, and she steals one. Bats a pass down, saves it into her teammate. Sydney Stahl out there on the floor for the Cougars. Retrieved the pass from Aubrey, and Wilson's having an amazing start to her night, playing both sides of the ball defensively. The steal there. And the first 7 points of the game have been scored by Aubrey Wilson. Show Low leads 7-0. Here's a shot. A three-pointer on the way for Talia Wool, and she'll miss that one, and then Talia will check out of the game. The Yellow Jackets are going to bring into the contest Lexi Red and Lacey Tenijith. 7-0, 7-0 our score. And a timeout is taken with that 7-0 lead, and that'll be, I believe, the second timeout. No, they're going to say Show Low, I guess, asked for a timeout. Even with the lead with 1:51 on the clock here in the first quarter. Let's grab this timeout on our broadcast. Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. And we'll stay here with it. 7-0. So the Yellow Jackets have it. Ashlyn Smith with it. Now they'll work it to the corner left side. That is Lacey Tenejith. And then Taylor Tenejith out on top. 1:20 on the clock, and we'll get a blocking foul on Sydney Stahl. She cut off Lexi Red, and in the process picked up her first foul of the game. In the first quarter, Show Low has 3 fouls. Blue Ridge 1 team foul. And those fouls will reset at the end of the quarter. Tenejith, Lacey picks it up and over to Taylor for a jump shot. That's just inside the line. No good. Rebound. Smith. And Ashlyn Smith is fouled for Blue Ridge. She is headed to the free throw line. And the lady that committed that foul is Madison Dazen. Madison on the floor for the Show Low early on in this game picks up her first foul. That'll be the 4th team foul on Show Low with 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. Smith at the line to try and give the Yellow Jackets their very first point of the game. And the first free throw will hit the lip of the rim and bound off, no good. And the second one is also no good. So the Yellow Jackets still shut out with a minute remaining in the first quarter. Can they break the ice right here? 7-0 Show Low in front. Inside to Sydney Stahl, turns around, and the shot is good for Sydney. First lady not named Aubrey Wilson to put points on the board for Show Low. Into front court, Leilani Hamblin for Blue Ridge. Left side to Lacey Tenejith, now Smith on the angle. Back to Tenejith, dribbles in, the runner is on the way. That's going to bound off, no good. Rebound, Jordan Boyce. That's not Jordan, that's Jaylee Boyce. Jaylee is coming to the game for the Cougars. 25 seconds, no shot clock for the remainder of the quarter. The Cougars can, if they choose. They're not going to choose to run out the clock. They're going to give it to Sydney Stahl inside. Reese Perkins checked into the game for Show Low and got an assist. Sydney got her second basket, and we've got 7 seconds left in the quarter. Hamblin working in the corner. She is trapped, has it knocked from her dribble out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets will have an inbound with 2.1 seconds and that much time to try to avoid a first quarter shutout. Show Low defense has been superb in this first quarter. Tenejith into Hamblin. She didn't realize how much time was on the clock, and neither did her teammate Lexi Red. Tried to hustle the ball into the paint on a pass, and that's how the quarter ends, and that is going to be a first quarter shutout thrown by the Show Low Lady Cougars. 11-0 at the end of the quarter. Stand by. Basketball fans, we're back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
With Choice NTUA Wireless, you can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband service. We have expanded our network for more coverage and improved internet plans for your home. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo-owned, Navajo proud.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6600. 888-866-6854.
Hey, while you were gone, basketball fans, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets just hit a free throw to finally break the ice, get their first points of the game. Both free throws are good for Anaya Paxson. And so our score is Show Low 11, Blue Ridge 2 in this girls varsity game. Number 3 ranked Show Low taking on number 10 Blue Ridge. Final regular season game for these two teams. Pass goes inside. Grace Moore off the glass. It's no good. Rebound Madison Dazen. Her shot also no good. And Moore is going to tap it out of bounds, give it back to the Yellow Jackets. Coach Tenigent, Brandon Tenigent, head coach in his second year with the Yellow Jackets, seeing if he can jumpstart his offense. And they'll break the Show Low press up the right sideline. It's Talia Wool back outside to Anaya Paxson. And at the top of the key is Lexi Red for the left-handed three-point try. That's no good there. Madison Dazen will have the rebound for Show Low. And it's knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. Stops the clock with 7:13 on the clock here in the first quarter. And an 11-2 Show Low Cougars lead in this girls varsity game. So the boys will follow this. And then for us here at the Sports Zone, we'll take tomorrow off. Wednesday will be a day off, and then we start the 3A North Region basketball tournament on Thursday. Weather and other circumstances, allowing if the weather allows that to happen, and we believe we'll be okay. But, the snow is going to start, right, tonight, all day long tomorrow and the next day. We are scheduled to be at Window Rock for that 3A North Region tournament with 6 games on Thursday. I don't know how we're going to manage to get through all of that. That's going to be an unbelievable number. There's another look at the foul or the jump ball, whatever they chose. I see that they're still showing Madison Dazen's foul from a while ago, her second of the game for Show Low. So there was no foul called on that last play. And a takeaway, a steal, Raquel Wilson in the game for Show Low, and she gets that takeaway. Here's Mackenzie Coolish to the high post. Grace Moore, and a beautiful pass underneath that finds Jaylee Boyce, and Boyce has her first points today on that great pass. See it again. And there's more action on the floor, and a takeaway, a steal by Raquel Wilson. She feeds Aubrey. Aubrey's got the points. And our score here, 15-2. 15-2, ball lost out of bounds. That's going to be off of the Cougars. Here's the runner on the baseline, Anaya Paxson. She's going to get it back and throw that one up, and Paxson able to get the Yellow Jackets' first field goal of the game. That's it. Their first basket took them more than 10 minutes to get to that point. Give a lot of credit to this Show Low defense for making that a hard task for the Yellow Jackets. Shot, miss. Rebound, Raquel Wilson keeps it alive for Show Low for a moment anyway, and Lexi Red has a steal, a takeaway for the Yellow Jackets. Up the floor. And Blue Ridge working the ball under the basket, trying to get it to Ashlyn Smith eventually, and it's off her hands, out of bounds. And another timeout taken by Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge will spend the second timeout that they've called here in the first half. 15-4. 15-4. Show Low in front in this one, everybody. We'll take this timeout. Back in a moment. More Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Don't settle for less on a gift when you can give way more for way less. The Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top goes beyond having the perfect card. Exciting new lines were just released. Bourbon Barrel Foods out of Louisville, Kentucky features gourmet sauces, nuts, and seasonings. Jack Black's Men's Superior Skincare, be manly and clean. And for ladies, Pinkies Up, luxury teas, sugars, cups, and infusers. Open Monday through Saturday, the Hallmark is where smiles are made together.
Back to Hatch Toyota Arena, more Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. And here's a drive and a foul that will send Aubrey Wilson to the line for the Show Low Cougars. Show Low on top 15-4 in this one. First half action of the girls varsity game. The lady that picked up the foul is Lexi Red. Red's first foul and the first team foul in the second quarter for Blue Ridge. Show Low also has one team foul. Remember, they reset the fouls at the end of every quarter now, except the fourth quarter. Aubrey Wilson at the line, and Aubrey has an even 10 points in the game now. As you tune into this broadcast of Northland Basketball, Show Low taking on Blue Ridge, the number 3 Show Low Lady Cougars. Blue Ridge ranked number 10. And both of those foul shots are good for Aubrey. She is 4 for 4 at the line, 11 points in the game. She's done everything from the field. She's made a couple of shots. She's got a 3-point basket. 4 for 4 at the line. Is there anything Aubrey Wilson can't do? Her teammate Mackenzie Coolish getting physical, and now a technical is called on Mackenzie. I think she was pretty upset. You'll get a chance to take a look here again at the end of that play, and she's kind of holding her tooth right now. Her mouth doesn't feel good. Boom, there's some contact now on the ground, and the whole thing was said and done. I don't think Mackenzie was too happy. She let something fly there. And unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, they're unable to capitalize on that. They missed both of the technical foul shots. They will get the ball for an inbound. And Coach went ahead and left Mackenzie on the floor. Coach Francis feeling like Mackenzie had a pretty standard reaction to the moment. And she got popped in the mouth a little bit, but she is all right. So we continue on here. 4:43 on the clock in the second quarter. On the way to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime reports. Grace Moore with a couple of shots for Show Low. Misses. Rebound, Raquel Wilson. Pumps it outside to her teammate Mackenzie Coolish for 3. That's no good. And finally, it's Anaya Paxson of Blue Ridge that gets the rebound. Up the floor they go. Left side to Leah Wool. Back to Paxson on the right angle. 2 defenders converge on her. Inside to Smith. Back outside. And again, this Show Low defense is stifling. Only 1 field goal so far for the Yellow Jackets. There is a shot and a foul, and that'll work against the Yellow Jackets. And the lady that committed it is Miley Hamblin. Miley just checked into the game, and Miley's got her first foul. 2 team fouls now on both of these teams. And the clock stops with 4:09, and they'll continue on the inbound to Raquel Wilson. So Raquel's been, she hasn't done much, and as I say that, a drive and a dish. Beautiful wraparound pass to Sydney Stahl. Sydney wasn't expecting it. Blue Ridge had it for a moment, and Raquel steals it back, and her jump shot is good from about 16 feet out. Raquel Wilson finally getting into the scoring column for the Cougars, and she'll tip a pass. That's picked up by Wool. Beautiful pass inside to Ashlyn Smith. Missed her shot. Got a second try. Missed that one. And it's rebounded by Wilson. Outlet to Mackenzie Coolish. Up the floor. Head fake. She got red off her feet. But Lexi stayed in there defensively. The shot was no good, and she was able to knock the ball away from Amberlyn Lindsay out of bounds. Raquel Wilson checks out. So does Mackenzie Coolish, and into the game comes Tatum Moore and Jordan Boyce, and they join Aubrey Wilson, Sydney Stahl, and Amberlyn Lindsay for the Cougars. They lead right now, the Cougars do, 19-4. As we have passed the halfway spot of the second quarter. The ball to Jordan Boyce. She'll dribble around, guarded by Miley Hamblin, and some pressure gets the ball loose. And coming up with the loose ball is Lacey Tenijeth for the Yellow Jackets. Now they'll work with it. Talia Wool on the angle right side. Looking for some help, gets it to the corner. It's Taylor Tenijeth. Back to Talia at the top. Drive, dish. Lacey Tenijeth cut off defensively by Aubrey Wilson. Again, that great Show Low defense. Here's a 3 from Taylor Tenijeth. It's no good. It's Amberlyn Lindsay. Nope, Tatum Moore. Sorry, Tatum has the rebound for the Cougars. 2:35 remaining in the first half. Show Low 19, Blue Ridge 4. Aubrey Wilson drives, finds a lane between 2 defenders. Shot is good. Blue Ridge wants a timeout. And it just shows you the importance of the game to Coach Brandon Tenijeth and the Lady Yellow Jackets. They can't let this thing get any more out of hand right now. Now, maybe that wasn't a team timeout. That might have been a timeout. Might have been just an official's timeout. I'm not. Well, they're gonna say that was the Yellow Jackets spent a timeout, but they didn't have a conversation. They just got some players in. Aubrey Wilson after a steal. Aubrey's got another bucket. She's got 15 points in the first half for Aubrey Wilson. 15 of her team's 23, and they lead 23-4. Show Low is doing everything right. Blue Ridge is, I don't know, taking lessons. I'm not sure. Taylor Tenejith works it to Lacey Tenejith in the corner, now inside, and Sydney Stahl blocks Anaya Paxson's shot. Rejected. Show Low up the floor, and a long pass is stolen by Taylor Tenejith. Back for the Yellow Jackets. We've got 90 seconds remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way. Here's a shot from the right side. That one is good. There's a big three for Lacey Tenejith. Just the team's second shot good from the field in the first half. Aubrey Wilson up the floor in the paint. The turn, adjustment, and she's got it off the glass. So tough to defend her down low. She made a great adjustment to find a little bit of a path to the basket for the ball. Under a minute now remaining in the first half. Bounce pass inside Smith to Tenejith to Hamblin, and her little jump shot from the baseline is no good. Rebounded by Tatum Moore, but stolen back by Miley Hamblin. The Yellow Jackets get it with 45 seconds left in the first half. Hamblin. And a pass that gets knocked around and knocked out of bounds, and the official says, Show Low's basketball. I thought that was a good call by him. 25-7, Show Low in front of Blue Ridge. The Cougars will get a chance to inbound. 37.8 seconds left in the quarter and 35 seconds on the shot clock on the inbound. And I would venture a guess that Show Low is going to go right straight at it, going to attack the basket. Not thinking much about using shot clock inside to Madison Days, and she was going to take it up, and she had it knocked out of her hands. And it was Leilani Hamblin right there on your screen. Leilani with the defense to knock it out of bounds. So an inbound on the way. Amberlyn Lindsay looking and getting it in to Aubrey Wilson. Step back. And her shot for try at a three-pointer from the corner is no good. 20 seconds and no shot clock now. The Yellow Jackets race it up the floor. Hamblin on the angle right side. And her pass tipped. Smith picks it up for the Yellow Jackets. 9 seconds now. Taylor Tenejith tried the three. That's no good. Rebound Tatum Moore. 4 seconds. Gotta shoot. Gotta shoot. It's on the way. And Raquel got a little bit too much on it. The shot is no good for the Cougars. That ends the first half. A great first half for Show Low. They get the big lead after some superior defense that limits the Yellow Jackets to just 2 shots made from the field and 2 free throws, and a total of 7 points in the first half. It's Show Low 25, Blue Ridge 7, and we'll take this timeout. Return in a moment with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Stand by for more Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Every home has a story to tell, and your furniture sets the stage. From classic to contemporary, farmhouse to European, the Furniture Gallery will match your taste with the perfect centerpiece or accent. Make each room in your home a place to gather, connect, and create lasting memories. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They deliver comfort, quality, and unparalleled customer service. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, helps make a house a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
What can you do for that special Valentine in your life? How about take them out for a romantic steak dinner at Cattleman's Steakhouse, followed by 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. Then let them know their name is in the hat to win a Valentine adventure they will never forget. Premium VIP front row tickets to Blake Shelton live in concert with special guests Dustin Lynch and Emily Ann Roberts. And if it couldn't get any better, add $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day. If you have a broken windshield, call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint and treat your Valentine to steak dinner, the movies, and a shot at front row tickets to see Blake Shelton live in concert and $1,000 cash. Call today.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Back in for our halftime breakdown. Welcome back to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report from Show Low High School, Hatch Toyota Arena. My name is Floyd Simmons. We'll break it down for you on Show Low's 25-7 first half lead over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. This girls varsity team for Show Low playing like the number 1 ranked team that they were up until last Friday. The new rankings came out today, and that found Show Low bumped down to number 3 after losing to Snowflake last Friday. But you know, if they were legit number 1 before then, well, then they're still legit number 1. They're still the number 1 team, because that loss to Snowflake comes with a big, giant asterisk. Two of the best players in the entire 3A East region play on the Show Low team, the Wilson sisters, and they were both gone against Snowflake, and the Lobos took advantage. And not only did they get the advantage with the victory, but they also, give them a lot of credit on this, they also jumped up the rankings to number 6. How about that for the Snowflake Lady Lobos? They are the number 6 team in the state. By the way, number 1 is Page now. Page is number 1. Winter Rock number 2, followed by Show Low at 3. Valley Christian, the number 4 ranked girls team in the state in 3A. Coolidge is 5. There's Snowflake at 6. Monument Valley number 7. Fountain Hills is number 10. And Push Ridge 9. Blue Ridge rounds out the top 10. And Alchesay is number 11 in the states. Right now, we'll look at more of the rankings here in a bit. Let's take a look right now at the numbers from the first half. What a fantastic first half for Aubrey Wilson. 17 points. I mean, it just seemed like she couldn't miss anything, could she? Her shot percentage is terrific in that first half. She's hit a 3. She is 4 for 4 at the line and has 17 first half points for the Cougars. Sydney Stahl has 4 points. Jaylee Boyce has 2, and the final 2 belong to Raquel Wilson. For the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, Anaya Paxson has 4 points, including 2 free throws, and Lacey Tenigeth has 3 points. That is it. The Yellow Jackets were shut out in the first quarter and had 2 field goals in the second quarter. And right now, Show Low's got a 25-7 halftime lead in this girls game over Blue Ridge. We'll grab this timeout. We'll start the second half in a moment, everybody. That wraps up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Let's begin that second half right after this. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
What can you do for that special Valentine in your life? How about take them out for a romantic steak dinner at Cattleman's Steakhouse, followed by 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. Then let them know their name is in the hat to win a Valentine adventure they will never forget. Premium VIP front row tickets to Blake Shelton live in concert with special guests Dustin Lynch and Emily Ann Roberts. And if it couldn't get any better, add $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day. If you have a broken windshield, call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint and treat your Valentine to steak dinner, the movies, and a shot at front row tickets to see Blake Shelton live in concert and $1,000 cash. Call today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Laughs can be like people, a little fun and a little unique. Who doesn't love a good guffaw? And the snort? That will always be a classic. Then there's the wheeze. Nothing like the imitation of a dying vacuum cleaner to make your day. The Furniture Gallery is committed to helping you find what makes you, you. Not only will they match your style, they will do it with your budget in mind. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, will help make your house into a home. And they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
The team at Beam and Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam and Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam and Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam and Well Drilling.
Well, they got the second half underway just a little bit early, and we are 40 seconds into the third period, but you didn't miss anything really. No scoring yet. Here's a pass inside, and Ashlyn Smith with a heads-up job to save the ball in and bat it off of Aubrey Wilson to give the Yellow Jackets another possession right here, and we'll see if they can ignite that offense here in the second half. Inbound for the Yellow Jackets. Ashlyn Smith at the free throw line. Jump shot no good. And it's rebounded by Aubrey Wilson. Here come the Show Low Cougars with their second possession of this quarter. Drive by Wilson. She shovels a pass to Raquel in the paint, but along the way there's contact and a foul, and the lady that committed the foul, it's Ashlyn Smith, her first foul of the game. That is a non-shooting foul. Inbound to Wilson. She finds Wilson in the corner. It was Aubrey, then to Raquel, now back to Aubrey. Top of the key, Reese Perkins. Perkins getting a start here in the second half for the Cougars. They find Wilson. Aubrey wide open for three, missed it. And on the rebound, it's Reese Perkins for Show Low, keeping it alive. Drive and a foul, and Aubrey going to the foul line for the Lady Cougars. And the lady that sent her there for her second foul is Taylor Tenegeth of Blue Ridge. 6:45 on the clock in the third quarter. Welcome back to Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. Aubrey Wilson makes the foul shot. She's got 18 points now in the game for Show Low. And finally, something that didn't go kind of perfect for her. She missed the foul shot, but Raquel Wilson gets the offensive rebound for Show Low. And a pass will tip off of one of the Lady Cougars out of bounds. That goes back over to Show Low. There is Snowflake's head coach, Mike Brogan, with his daughter, Kenzie Brogan. Two critical pieces of that Snowflake Lobo program. Their coach and player daughter right there. And Aubrey Wilson steps in front of Anaya Paxton's pass, steals it. Feeds Raquel for a shot, but Raquel is not able to make that one. Talia Wool has the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Up the floor she goes. The drive and contact, and it's Sydney Stahl with a blocking foul. And that'll be Sydney's second foul of the game. Talia Wool will throw the ball in after getting knocked down. She raced up the floor. Let's check your Show Low Cougar starters here in the second half. Reese Perkins out there, Raquel Wilson, Sydney Stahl. It looks like Amberlyn Lindsay on the floor as well. And, of course, The High Point lady, Aubrey Wilson, with her 18 points out there to start this second half for Show Low. We're 2 minutes into the quarter. And the Cougars will get the ball back after a Yellow Jacket miss. Blue Ridge has Leilani Hamblin on the floor right now. Anaya Paxson, Talia Wool, Ashlyn Smith, and Lacey Tenejith. And it's taken away. Anaya Paxson with the Yellow Jacket steal. To Lacey up the right side. And the Yellow Jackets are back in business. But trailing big. 19-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Open from the corner. And that shot is going to miss the mark. No good for Talia Wool. Outlet pass is stolen back by the Yellow Jackets. Leilani Hamblin. She gets the steal and she gets a pass. Dribbles in baseline, goes around the pylons there. She was weaving her way toward the basket. So quick. She was able to go around 3 of those Show Low defenders, but couldn't make the shot. Show Low gets it back inside to Raquel Wilson. Nice job protecting the ball with the free hand, the right hand, while she used her left hand to kind of scoop one up there off the glass. And Raquel's got her second field goal of the game. Here's a Yellow Jacket drive. A little bit short there for Anaya Paxson. That's because she got some contact, and she is headed to the foul line after a whistle on Aubrey Wilson. That'll be Aubrey's first foul of the game. Tremendous start to this one for Aubrey. And the free throw is good for Anaya Paxson of Blue Ridge. Reese Perkins leaves. Sydney Stahl leaves the game. Madison Dazen has come in. And Amberlyn Lindsay, no, that's Grace Moore who checked into the game. Amberlyn was already out there. Second foul shot, no good. Loose ball, batted around. Another whistle. This will be a foul on the Yellow Jackets. Anaya Paxson. Her first foul. Already third team foul on the Yellow Jackets here in the third quarter. If they get to 5, that's the bonus for Show Low. Cougars have 2 team fouls, and there's one off the glass from way downtown. Madison Dazen. Did she call it? We'll go with yes, she did. She banks it in from 3, and it's 31-8. Show Low in front. Reverse lay-in try after driving the baseline. No good there for Lacey Tenejith, and there's yet another foul whistled. This one is on Ashlyn Smith of Blue Ridge. Ashlyn's second personal foul. Take another look at the shot from the glass. Madison, let it go. And Aubrey Wilson on the other end. Did you capture that replay? We didn't see it live. Aubrey Wilson went up the floor, and she was able to get another shot to go for the Yellow Jackets. And a steal. Takeaway. That's Aubrey Wilson. Well, look, right now, Aubrey Wilson is the clear leader for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. That'll be brought to you at the end of the game by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And I just don't know that there's anything anybody else can do from this point on to take that away from her with the kind of game she's had. And look at this, Coach Tenejith for Blue Ridge is going to replace everybody on the floor here in just a moment. 3:40 on the clock in the third quarter. And Grace Moore has made a trip to the foul line after the third personal foul has been whistled on Ashlyn Smith. Grace Moore makes that foul shot. Here comes Brooklyn Paxson into the game. Miley Hamblin has come into the game. Anya Adams is in as well. So is Renee Pinal. And the last of those ladies that just checked in is Lexi Red. Lexi Red back into the game for the Yellow Jackets as they replace everybody. Well, both foul shots were good for Grace Moore, and then a steal, and I think that was Grace that got the steal. She's got the ball at the high post, left side. Mackenzie Coolish for 3. That's the first, maybe just the second time we've seen Mackenzie shoot a 3 in this game. Mackenzie is, that's her 4th try? Okay. So she's attempted 4 threes, and we'll see if Well, she's not going to try it from the corner this time. She inside to Tatum Moore, and then Madison Dazen on the drive. Her shot is off the mark. Tip around, knocked out. That'll be another inbound for Show Low. Show Low will inbound the ball. Amberlyn Lindsay to do the duty here with 3:05 on the clock. Inbound to Grace, and Grace is immediately fouled. I think that was Anya Adams right there trying to front her. And it was Adams with the first foul called on her in the game. And that'll stop it with 3:03 in the third quarter. And Grace at the line. Grace Moore looking good from the foul line. That is 3 out of 3 in the quarter. Dazen checks in for Show Low, replacing Lindsay. And Grace Moore will have one more at the line. And that one's going to bound off the back iron. Loose ball. Tatum Moore keeps it alive for Show Low. Going to get another chance with it. Outside, Coolish for 3. And that one is going to bound off the front iron. It's no good. Rebounded by Lexi Red for the Yellow Jackets. Here they go. Up the floor. Lexi drops it back to Anya Adams. Now a 3 on the way from the right side. Paxson, that's Brooklyn Paxson. Her shot no good. Show Low's got the rebound. It's Mackenzie Coolish. With 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Show Low 36, Blue Ridge 8 in this girls' varsity game. Grace Moore with the baby hook inside, and Grace gets that one to fall. 38-8. Show Low way out in front in this one. Between games, as we always do, we're going to stop this broadcast to start a new one for the boys' game. So we remind you of that coming up. At the end of the game, it's the Sports Zone's Player of the Game announcement. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And I don't know how much more we're going to see Aubrey Wilson in this one. She had 17 first-half points. Right now, she has 20 points in the game, 20 points overall to lead the scoring for the Show Low Cougars. And she's played such great defense. There's a shot clock violation. The Yellow Jackets couldn't get a shot, and it goes out of bounds, and the Cougars are going to have it for an inbound. So everything that can go wrong is going that way for the Yellow Jackets. But Aubrey Wilson right now is so far out in front for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. I don't even know if we're going to have to vote at the end of this one. And I just don't know that with 9.5 minutes of basketball left to play in the game, that's the balance of this third quarter and then the fourth period, I just don't know that there's any chance that anybody else could put together a game that competes with what Aubrey Wilson had today. Here's a shot from Adams. Adams is not bashful about shooting. We have seen her before. She'll get out there and she lets it fly. That time it wouldn't go in for her. And the Cougars go to work. Baseline jump shot for Mackenzie Coolish. No good. Good position for an offensive rebound by Grace Moore. In fact, all those Show Low ladies are well positioned to get 2 or 3 tries. Another offensive rebound. It's loose, and that'll be a jump ball eventually. Yeah. .3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Inbound to Grace Moore. Madison Dazen in the corner for 3. That one is going to bounce off no good. And Lexi Red tips it down to her teammate. There's another new... Well, that's Renee Pinnell, I guess, out there. I thought she was new into the game. Coach Tenejith has used 2 rotations in the quarter. The girls that started the quarter, and then a couple of minutes ago, he replaced all of them with this group on the floor, and he's left that set out there the entire time. And we got 22.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Show Low 38, Blue Ridge 8. Down to 15 seconds on the clock. Cougars with it. Mackenzie Coolish on the baseline. Lost it out of bounds. 9 seconds for the Yellow Jackets on the inbound. Here it comes. Miley Hamblin brings it up. Now 5 seconds. Anya Adams. And she throws it away. And it's stolen back by the Yellow Jackets on a long outlet pass from Madison Dazen. But it doesn't matter because time runs out. The quarter comes to an end, and the fourth quarter will be on the way in just a moment, everybody. Show Low 38, Blue Ridge 8 in this girls varsity game. What a game for the Cougars. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. This is Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
With Choice NTUA Wireless, you can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband service. We have expanded our network for more coverage and improved internet plans for your home. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Not only does Perkins Cinders dominate site excavation, driveway building, and underground utility installation, they operate cinder pits and mines where they are literally crushing materials year-round. Don't just finish a construction job, crush it. Perkins Cinders, helping you get a load of this.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. It is underway, and we're going to get a whistle. That'll be a foul on Amberlyn Lindsay, her second foul of the game. Fourth quarter underway. Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. My name is Floyd Simmons. Inbound to Ashlyn Smith for the Yellow Jackets. She'll miss her shot. And then Jaylee Boyce gets the rebound for Show Low. They've got the ball, and they've got a huge lead. And Aubrey Wilson has returned, and she'll get an assist on a long pass up the floor as the Cougars break the Yellow Jacket press. Other direction, Miley Hamblin. That's Leilani Hamblin with a couple of shots at it, and she's going to miss both of her attempts. Amberlyn Lindsay finally with the rebound for Show Low. The number 3 ranked Show Low Lady Cougars leading number 10 Blue Ridge 40-8. And Boyce dribbling up the floor. Jaylee's going to lose the ball out of bounds. And we've got a running clock here, a 32-point lead for Show Low. The Show Low Cougars hosting Blue Ridge here in this broadcast of Northland Basketball. Blue Ridge takes over, lob it into the high post. Ashlyn Smith now to the baseline for a jump shot. Taylor Tenejith misses that one. Reese Perkins in the game for Show Low. She's got the rebound. Well, a few moments ago, it was a three-pointer banked in. It was Kelsey Romo that hit the shot for Show Low, and I called her. I thought it was number 34. Sorry about that. Madison Dayson is actually number 24. Kelsey Romo. I want to give her the credit she deserves for that three-point made earlier in the game. And apparently I have mistakenly called Kelsey. I've called her Madison because I got those numbers wrong. And you know, I've even got my glasses on and they're clean. So I have no excuses. No legit excuse anyway. Blue Ridge has the basketball. They'll run the weave at the top. This is Talia Wool, guarded by Jordan Boyce. She's going to bring it back outside. No shot clock and it's a running clock in the game now, on the game clock. And they work it inside. Ashlyn Smith with the basket. And if you can believe this, after being shut out in the first quarter by the Show Low defense, Blue Ridge scored 1 point in the third quarter, one field goal, one free throw, no field goals. And that shot just a moment ago for Ashlyn Smith is only their third field goal in the entire game. If you can believe that. We'll get a timeout on the floor, and we'll take one as well, everybody. As we remind, well, actually stay here. We'll stay here. Thank you to Choice Wireless, to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Thank you to the Furniture Gallery in Snowflake, many of our sponsoring partners of Northland Basketball. Thank you, Hatch Concrete, joining us here in the 2023 and 24 school year. Holbrook Family Dentistry, an outstanding sponsoring partner of ours. And a thank you as well to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. And White Mountain Regional Medical Center is going to present the Sports Zone's Player of the Game coming up at the end of the contest. So we'll have that one for you, everybody. We've got 5:14 remaining in regulation. Timeouts remaining. Show Low's got 4. Blue Ridge with 3 timeouts left in the game. In this one, pardon me while I pause for a second. Got to get some necessary information. Thank you, Coach. Getting some information for the boys' game coming up in a little bit. Inbound for Show Low. 5:08 on the clock. Immediately after the game, we'll talk to our Sports Zone player of the game as you watch Jaylee Boyce drive and connect. Jaylee's got that, her second basket today, 4 points in the game overall. We go under 5 minutes remaining in this one. And from way downtown, Talia Wools, three-point try, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Boyce. Off to Aubrey Wilson. She'll run it up the floor. Met defensively by Leilani Hamblin, prevents her from getting to the basket, so they'll just swing it around the other side. It's Jordan Boyce on the baseline, and she is able to get a pass away to Aubrey Wilson. The drive, the shot, it's no good, and it's controlled by the Yellow Jackets. 4:20 remaining in regulation. Tomorrow's a day off for the Sports Zone, and then 3 days of wall-to-wall coverage from the 3A North Region Basketball Tournament begins on Thursday. And it is a lot of basketball on Thursday and Friday. A lot of basketball. 6 games on Thursday. Is that right? 6 games? Asking our producer, Derek Simmons. I thought so. 3 boys, 3 girls games. Just a moment ago, a Leilani Hamblin personal foul is whistled. I'll take it back. It wasn't Leilani. It was... well, I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Hamblin, actually. And it gives Reese Perkins an opportunity, and Reese makes good on the first try. That free throw is good. Second one, bounds off, no good. Rebound, Blue Ridge. Ashlyn Smith, I think, took it down to a teammate. Talia Wools pass up the floor. Leilani Hamblin unable to handle that pass. It goes out of bounds off the Yellow Jackets. 43-10. Show Low in front of Blue Ridge in this game. Running clock. Now we got 3 minutes remaining. It'll be a running clock until we get inside of 1 minute, and then they go back to the regular clock. So immediately after the game, we're going to talk to the Sports Zone's player of the game. That is Aubrey Wilson. We might also speak to one of the other young ladies on the team as well. We'll look for an opportunity to talk to Mackenzie Coolish. Mackenzie Coolish as well. After our broadcast. 4th foul just now whistled on Ashlyn Smith of Blue Ridge. Clock is counting down. 2:25 and rolling down here on the dead ball. Grace Moore at the line. And Grace makes the foul shot. So now 44-10. Our Sports Zone player of the game is Aubrey Wilson. 20 points in the game. Just can't deny her that. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We'll also talk with the great veteran, the senior Mackenzie Coolish will join us as well in the postgame, and we'll talk to Coach Christy Francis of Show Low. So the action continues on the floor. Show Low's got some of their starters still out there. Sydney Stahl travels at the end of this opportunity. Let's see. Well, Grace Moore is the one starter that remains out there right now. Madison Dazen is out there. Kelsey Romo in the game. Tatum, Moore, Sydney Stahl. Here's a drive, and Talia Wool has it knocked away. The officials going to let that play out. A little bit of contact there, but so inconsequential to the game right now. Tatum Moore up the floor. She hands it off. That's Kelsey Romo to Grace Moore out on top with 1:05 remaining. Show Low's got the basketball. And the Yellow Jackets attempt to steal right here. Taylor Tanajit picks it up. 55 seconds left. And a hard foul. That'll stop the clock with 51.2 seconds remaining. And I think it was Sydney Stahl who stepped out there defensively to get in the way of all of that. It was. Sydney's got her 3rd foul of the game. So Show Low with the Blue Ridge the inbound. And they'll try a 3. Talia Wool out there. That wouldn't go in for Talia. She'll get it back again for a shot at the top of the key, and this time she's able to connect. It's a good three from that spot. Talia gets just the 4th field goal of the game for Show Low. Two of those are threes, and a pair of twos as well. They have a smattering of free throws. And we've got 15 seconds left here in regulation. 44-13, Show Low leading this one. Final 10 seconds are going to tick off now. Leilani Hamlin with a steal, 5 seconds. And Leilani gets the basket. Should be the end of the scoring in this one. It is. That's the end of this game. The Show Low Lady Cougars 44-15 over Blue Ridge. A little bit different looking Show Low team than the one that lost to Snowflake on Friday, wouldn't you say? Wow, they handled the number 10 ranked team handily out there. That's stifling, impressive Show Low defense. Got it done tonight. 44-15 the final score. We'll talk with our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center here in just a moment. Also talk with the head coach of the Show Low Lady Cougars, Christy Francis. Team is now 26-2. And 4 rounds of playoffs ahead for Show Low. If the Show Low Cougars, by my quick offhand calculation right now, if the Show Low Cougars win a state championship, that would be victory number 30, I think. But I know that they're all about taking care of the business that lies between now and then. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, welcome into our postgame wrap-up, everybody. Time to talk to one of the heroes of the Show Low Lady Cougars basketball team. Mackenzie Coolish, the senior, joins us now as we wrap up our coverage here from Hatch Toyota Arena. The final score, disregard that score on your screen right there, everybody. The final score in this one, 44-15. Show Low has beaten Blue Ridge, taking down their rival. Let's talk to Mackenzie Coolish. Hi, Mackenzie. How you doing?
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Team came out and just absolutely took care of business. Big win last night over Payson, and now this one tonight. Tell me about the mindset of the Cougars at the moment, and what went into today's effort and victory.
It's a real big team effort by everyone. Everyone plays a big part in this team. Especially having Raquel and Aubrey back gives us a big boost. And we just move the ball really well, and we have good defense and get lots of steals and buckets. Boy, when this team is all together, it's impressive to watch. What's it like from your perspective, working in that chemistry, working with the team as you're executing? I mean, today was impressive. Oh, I love it. It's so fun. Even on the bench, when I'm sitting on the bench and I watch my team, it's not even the starting 5, and they just move the ball really well. Like, we can have any 5 out on the court, and we just work really well. I agree with that. What would you say about your defense as a team? Defense leads offense. That's why we score so much, and the other teams don't. Well, are you ready for the playoffs? Yes. You're going to get a home game here coming up pretty soon. Yes, we are ready. All right. Well, we wish you the best. Congratulations on another big game and big win for you and the ladies. Okay, Mackenzie? Thank you. All right. Mackenzie Coolish, one of the Show Low heroes tonight. Mackenzie had a good, solid game. She ended up scoring. Well, she didn't even get into the scoring column tonight. Okay, but she does so much for this team. That senior leader, impressive for Show Low. Other ladies, how about Grace Moore with 6 points in this one tonight? A trio of Lady Cougars scored 4. Jaylee Boyce had 4. Raquel Wilson with 4 points. Sydney Stahl had 4 points in this game. 3 points for Kelsey Romo. 2 points for Jordan Boyce, and a single point for Reese Perkins. But our Sports Zone player of the game, Aubrey Wilson, was amazing. 17 in the first half, 20 points in the game overall to lead the Show Low Cougars team to a 44-15 victory. Let's talk to the head coach. Joining us now is Christy Francis. Coach Francis, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How about that one? What an impressive game. Your defense was stifling, Coach. You shut out Blue Ridge in the first quarter and limited them to 1 point in the third quarter and 15 points overall.
Yeah, I yesterday at one point during the Payson game, I just looked at our team and our bench and our coaches. I was like, our defense is so good. It's fun to watch our defense go to work. You know, and I talked to a really good friend of mine today, and we talked about how the only thing you can control really in a game is your defensive effort, right? You can't control if the ball is going to go in. You can't control foul calls, blah, blah, blah. But you can control how hard you work on the defensive end, and they committed to that today. And we held a good team to 15 points.
It certainly did. They were the number 10 ranked team in the state. You beat Payson last night as well. And, Coach, you probably don't want to talk a lot about the Friday game, the loss to Snowflake. Just the second loss for your team on the season. Still an impressive record, 26-2. Anybody would take that. But I do want to ask you a little bit about that because I want to make this point, talk about it, and that is this, Coach, that a lot of coaches, I don't know how you knew, of course, I'm sure that the Wilson sisters were going to miss that game. That was probably discussed well in advance. A lot of coaches, in whatever way they can enforce it, aren't going to allow that. But I'm a guy, and I'm around sports my whole life. I love it. My kids are great athletes. I feel like they were great athletes. We all competed. And to me, that other side of your student-athlete experience, the academic part, and some of the other things that you compete in, to me, they're equally, if not more important than the athletic experience. And so I just tip my hat to you, Coach. Not a lot of coaches out there are going to be okay with that, but you seem just fine with it, and to me, that's the way it ought to be.
Yeah, I mean, academics are extremely important. Those girls put a lot of effort into studying and practicing for that, and in case you didn't know, Show Low won that academic decathlon competition, and Aubrey was number 1. So, I mean, what they do on and off the court is important to me for their development as humans. And on the other side of it, in the locker room, we tried really hard not to focus on the things we didn't have. We wanted to focus on the players that we had. And the girls that came and played, they gave their heart and soul in that game. For anybody that watched it, you would know that we left it all on the court. We just got beat by, a better team that night.
Well, congratulations on the effort, Coach. And again, I give you a high five for that because I think that is outstanding. And your team chemistry, I mean, you look great out there tonight. Coach, that defense of yours, just so stifling. You mentioned it. That you can control. You can control what kind of defensive effort you make. How is the team right now going into the playoffs? Where would you put you? Are you ready to go?
We're ready to go. We're struggling a little bit with some emotions, if I'm being honest. There's that part of, I got 6 girls that know that their season is with Show Low Cougars is coming to an end. So there's that, but then there's that high of we're number 3 in the region, and we're going to host a home game, knock on wood. There's no water leak, and that's the first time that's been done in Show Low girls basketball history that I know of where they're hosting a game. Last year we played in Blue Ridge, even though it was our home court, right, because of the water leak. So there's some highs and lows, and they're teenage girls. So we're trying to manage all of that, but we're excited to see what we can do. And if I'm being honest, we got to take care of Winslow. We know JC Ghani is back, which is she's a difference maker. But we got to win that game to win the region, which was one of our goals this year.
Yeah, Coach, I just want to say the emotions, that part of it, that's every coach I'm talking to out there. Every coach is dealing with the same thing.
All right.
It's not anything new.
Fair enough.
And it's the same kind of advantages, disadvantages going into this final round of play here. Coach, we wish you the best against
Winslow. Thank you so much,
and
sir.
thank you for joining us.
I
Congratulations.
appreciate you.
You betcha. Christy Francis, the head coach of Show Low. What a win for them. What a win. How about this final? 44-15. Show Low handles the number 10 ranked Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Show Low sitting at number 3 in the rankings. And they got that final game against Winslow coming up. Thank you to Coach Francis. Well, a big thank you to our production team on presenting this one tonight from Show Low High School. Our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director on this one tonight, Dustin Simmons, stepping in that role. And on camera tonight, Big Sean Ulvestad helping to get it done. Thank you, Sean. We're going to end the broadcast of the girls' game now. We will start the boys' broadcast coming up in just a moment, everybody. Start a whole new broadcast, so look for it on the Sports Zone Radio, YouTube, and Facebook channels in just a few moments. Congratulations to the Show Low Lady Cougars. They have beaten Blue Ridge 44-15 in the girls' game. And as I said, the boys' game is coming up in just a moment. For the entire crew, I am Floyd Simmons saying God bless you. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you in just a few more moments from now, live right here from Hatch Toyota Arena with more Northland Basketball.